Did Phil explain why he's speaking out now?
He said he's speaking out because he believes Diddy's a predator. He wants accountability, and he doesn't want someone like this to run unchecked in the future.
So apparently Diddy's knee has been bothering him recently, so he reported it. At some point, it was decided that he needed medical care outside of the jail, so he was taken to a Brooklyn.
Sean Diddy Combs, a name synonymous with the glitz and glamour of the entertainment world, now finds himself entangled in a legal battle that threatens to dismantle his empire. Yet, while the music mogul faces some of the most serious allegations of his career, his children seem to exist in an entirely different reality, one of luxury, leisure, and limitless indulgence. The contrast is striking and has everyone talking. As Diddy prepares for the fight of his life, his kids continue jet-setting to exotic destinations, flaunting designer brands, and living a dreamlike lifestyle. The stark disparity between their carefree extravagance and their father's uncertain future is almost surreal.
Diddy's mom has finally spoken out amidst everything that is happening right now. Janice Small Combs provided a statement to some outlets via her attorney. So she starts off by saying it's very heartbreaking to see her son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created out of lies.
Let's set the scene. Diddy, the man who once dominated the music industry with an iron grip and a Midas touch, now sits behind bars, awaiting trial. The charges against him aren't just damaging. They threaten to unravel everything he's built over decades. Yet, rather than laying low or showing a united front, his family is putting their extravagant lifestyle on full display for the world to see. And make no mistake, this isn't subtle. From jaw-dropping vacations to high-end shopping sprees, Diddy's children are sparing no expense, documenting every indulgence on social media. Take Christian, better known by his stage name, King Combs. While his father battles serious legal troubles, Christian has been soaking up the sun on pristine beaches, splurging on luxury goods, and flaunting his carefree lifestyle online. One clip, Christian is seen playing in the sand with his youngest sibling, Love Sean Combs, who at just 2 years old is already experiencing a life of opulence. Meanwhile, paparazzi have captured Christian stepping out of an SUV overflowing with high-end shopping bags. If that weren't enough, he's been spotted at exclusive boutiques picking up diamond-encrusted watches and designer jackets. Adding to the spectacle, his girlfriend Raven Tracy has been tagging along, sharing their extravagant getaways, including camel rides in Mexico, spa days, and yacht parties. And of course, Christian never forgets to accessorize these lavish moments with his signature oversized diamond chain, a gleaming symbol of the family's fortune.
Today, just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start to see that.
Christian isn't the only one living large. The Combs twins, Delilah and Jesse, recently turned heads with their Instagram post from St. Bart's, posing in matching Christian Dior bikini. The twins lounged aboard a sleek yacht, basking in the sun and sipping what appeared to be drinks served in crystal glasses. Their aesthetic was pure luxury, unapologetic and effortlessly glamorous. With hundreds of thousands of followers, their audience couldn't get enough of the dreamy backdrop. Clear blue waters, a multi-million-dollar yacht, and designer swimwear. It looked like a scene straight out of a movie, but for them, it's just another day. Then there's Chance Combs, who's been making waves of her own on Instagram. She recently shared snapshots of a serene horseback ride along a sandy beach, exuding both elegance and privilege. With aspirations of becoming an actress, Chance has also been spotted at amusement parks and high-profile events, effortlessly maintaining a polished, glamorous image. At just 19 years old, she's already mastered the art of curating a lifestyle that most people only see in the pages of glossy magazines.
In her civil lawsuit, Cassie said that she was the victim of abuse, assault, and at the hands of Diddy.
And let's not forget Quincy Combs, Diddy's eldest son, who has also been indulging in some well-deserved R&R. Opting for a beach getaway, Quincy shared photos of himself lounging in paradise, fully embracing the perks of being part of one of the wealthiest families in entertainment. His vibe? Effortlessly chic and carefree. While Diddy fights his legal battles, Quincy seems to have taken a page straight out of the Treat Yourself handbook. And who could blame him? When you have access to private jets and five-star resorts, why not make the most of it? Of private jets, let's talk about the family's travel habits. Diddy's private jet has been racking up air miles like never before, whisking his children off to destinations like Hawaii, California, Texas, Florida, Mexico, Italy, and even India. According to flight data, the jet has also touched down in Ireland, Canada, and St. Martin. And let's not forget the staggering cost of these trips. As one insider put it, jet fuel isn't cheap. Every time that plane takes off, it costs thousands just in fuel alone. That's not even counting the price tag on luxury accommodations, personal chefs, or the endless stream of designer shopping hauls.
realm, this is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal government.
Sources close to the Combs family claim Diddy's kids aren't just enjoying their father's fortune. They're also handing out cash to friends. With him in jail, those kids are doing whatever they want. One insider quips, this carefree attitude has sparked backlash, with many questioning if they grasp the gravity of Diddy's situation. His net worth has already dropped from $740 million in 2019 to an estimated $400 million, and with lawsuits piling up, the financial strain is mounting. Critics argue the Combs children are acting like their father has already been convicted, oblivious to the fact that wealth isn't limitless. But are they truly unaware, or simply putting on a brave face? Public reaction is split. Some are fascinated by their lavish lives, while others resent their opulence amid Diddy's downfall. The irony is glaring. Diddy, once in full control of his empire, is now powerless, his reputation in free fall, while his children flaunt luxury. For now, they seem unfazed. But as legal and financial pressures mount, the question remains, how long can this last?
It sounded crazy, like I said before. They said that 2,300 people reached out to the law firm, and out of the 2,300 people, I guess they decided to go with just a little over 100, which seems like it's they just put out the number and everybody's calling to see if they can get a check.
It's insane. It's insane. Now, again, he did say that nothing has been filed yet because he says he wants to make sure that they do their due diligence and get this right.
As this unfolding drama enters its next chapter, one can't help but wonder, is the Combs children's lavish lifestyle a form of escapism or a calculated distraction from the scandal? And more importantly, what will remain of the family's legacy once the dust settles? These questions loom large as Diddy's legal troubles continue to send shockwaves through his empire. While his children's extravagant lifestyle dominates headlines and social media, an ominous undercurrent runs beneath the glitz and glamour. Despite their efforts to project carefree indulgence, the reality is that Diddy's legal battles are casting a long shadow, and it's no longer just him in the spotlight. The allegations against the music mogul are anything but ordinary, and their impact is beginning to ripple through his inner circle, pulling some of his children into the fray. As the family dynamic grows increasingly complex, the real question is, how much longer can the Combs clan keep up appearances before the weight of these accusations comes crashing down?
This investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
For those who have been following Diddy's story, the allegations against him are as shocking as they are extensive. This isn't just another celebrity scandal. It's a full-scale legal battle with potentially devastating consequences. The music mogul is facing serious accusations, including coercion and racketeering, which have triggered multiple lawsuits and federal investigations. But the drama doesn't stop there. In a surprising twist, some of Diddy's children are now being pulled into the controversy. The spotlight has shifted beyond him, dragging others into the unfolding legal storm. Take Christian, better known as King Combs. While he's been making headlines for his extravagant lifestyle and flashy social media presence, he's also become the subject of a serious lawsuit. Grace Omar, a former steward who worked aboard a yacht chartered by Diddy, has accused Christian of inappropriate behavior during a trip in late December 2022. According to her complaint, what was supposed to be a high-profile yet family-friendly gathering quickly spiraled into an atmosphere of chaos and excess. Omar claims Christian's actions left her deeply shaken, with lasting effects on both her personal and professional. Her troubling allegations paint a stark picture of a party culture that is far from the glamorous image often portrayed.
We are not done, and that Combs did not do this alone. Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
I'm not taking anything off the table.
Omar claims she was simply doing her job, serving dinner and drinks on the yacht, when Christian allegedly crossed the line. According to her complaint, he was heavily under the influence when he boarded and pressured her to join in on the festivities. She has even provided what she claims are audio recordings from that night, allegedly capturing her repeatedly rejecting his advances. In one clip, she can reportedly be heard saying, "I have to go back to work," while Christian insists she stay with him. If verified, these recordings could add significant weight to her case. But Omar's allegations don't stop there. She claims Christian's behavior escalated later that evening, culminating in an incident that left her visibly distressed. Her complaint includes photos of bruising, which she alleges resulted from the encounter. The following day, she reported the incident to the yacht's captain, but, according to her, her concerns were dismissed. Worse, she claims she faced retaliation that ultimately cost her job. The emotional toll, Omar says, has been profound. She describes struggling with anxiety, sleeplessness, and other lasting effects she attributes to that night. As the case unfolds, these allegations, if proven, could have serious repercussions. not just for Christian, but for the entire Combs family.
That with all the money he has and all the resources he has, they couldn't craft some solution that lets him be under some form of house arrest. And again, it sounds like special treatment, but the truth of the matter is, to incarcerate somebody like him is expensive to all of us. We're taxpayers, and he's got to have unique situations. You can't put him in general population where, everyone wants a piece of him and everyone wants to be his friend and everyone.
Christian's legal team has strongly denied the allegations, dismissing them as baseless, and an attempt to exploit the larger scandal surrounding his father. However, the timing of the lawsuit is significant. It comes as the Combs family faces intense public scrutiny and raises questions about whether Christian's behavior was influenced by his father's extravagant lifestyle. After all, Diddy has long been accused of fostering an environment where excess and indulgence weren't just accepted, but expected. Meanwhile, Diddy's own legal troubles continue to escalate, and they are nothing short of explosive. Federal agents recently raided his properties in both Los Angeles and Miami, reportedly seizing key evidence for the ongoing investigation. These weren't routine searches. They were highly coordinated operations involving multiple agencies, signaling the seriousness of the case. Though Diddy maintains his innocence, the scale of the investigation suggests authorities are leaving no stone unturned. Among the items reportedly seized were electronic devices and other materials that could potentially corroborate the allegations against him. As the case unfolds, the pressure on the Combs family only continues to mount.
Well, Sierra, anything's possible, right? But now this judge has an even harder time, I think, because the past judge locked him up, didn't let him out, and he's still there available for trial. If the new judge lets him out on bond and something goes wrong, and this isn't the analysis that I'm proud to make, right? We shouldn't be saying, well, judges are worried about their own skin and how they look if something bad happens.
What's particularly unsettling is how these allegations have blurred the lines between Diddy's personal and professional lives. Reports suggest that some of his business associates have also been implicated, raising questions about whether this was simply individual misconduct or something more systemic. The fallout has sparked a wave of lawsuits, with multiple individuals coming forward to share their stories. A recurring theme in many of these accounts is a culture of excess and entitlement, one that appears to have influenced every aspect of Diddy's work. This brings us back to his children and their role in the unfolding scandal. While Christian is the only one currently facing legal action, the entire family has been thrust into the spotlight. Their public statements in support of their father have been met with mixed reactions. On one hand, their loyalty is understandable. This is their father, and they are standing by him during a difficult time. On the other hand, their unwavering support has been criticized as tone deaf, especially given the severity of the allegations. Their public declaration of unity with Diddy has been seen by some as an attempt to deflect attention from the more troubling aspects of the case. As scrutiny intensifies, the question remains, how much longer can they maintain this stance before the weight of the accusations forces a reckoning?
By everything, they're going to try to transfer him, they're going to try to get him out. In a normal case where it's a high-profile person or a well-funded person, the prosecution and the judge is a little bit more concerned about a wrongful prosecution, because people that are mad that they're being arrested for a crime they didn't commit can turn around and file for malicious prosecution.
Despite their public show of unity, cracks in the Combs family's facade are beginning to show. Their extravagant social media posts have only fueled criticism, with many accusing them of being out of touch. The optics couldn't be worse. While Diddy sits in a jail cell, his children are jet-setting across the globe, seemingly unfazed by the legal firestorm surrounding them. The stark contrast has raised serious questions about their priorities and whether they truly grasp the gravity of the situation. But perhaps the bigger question is, what does all of this mean for the future of the Combs family? With Diddy's trial set to begin in May, the stakes couldn't be higher. A conviction would be catastrophic, not just for him, but for his entire family. The financial repercussions alone could jeopardize the lavish lifestyle his children have always known. And then there's the matter of public perception. Even if Diddy clears his name, the damage to his reputation may be irreversible. A symbol of success and glamour, the Combs name is now shrouded in controversy, leaving uncertainty about whether it can ever fully recover.
Every jail is bad, and some jails are worse than others. And the problem, again, is if you move him, why is he getting special treatment? And maybe he's earned special treatment. Maybe what he's done, maybe he's given so much back to his fans and to the world and to charity that maybe there's a way that it plays out in the end. But again, to go into court and say this jail is bad, move him to another jail, is not your first argument. That's sort of the...
Christian's legal battle is just beginning. The lawsuit filed by Omar could take months, if not years, to resolve, and the outcome remains uncertain. In the meantime, his reputation has already taken a hit, raising questions about how this will impact his rising career in music and entertainment. For someone who has worked hard to step out of his father's shadow, this is a setback he likely never saw coming. But it's not just Christian who's feeling the heat. The entire Combs family is under intense scrutiny. While they may not be directly involved in the legal fight, They are undoubtedly facing the consequences. Every move they make is being watched, and the pressure to maintain a united front must be overwhelming. Yet as allegations continue to surface, keeping up appearances is becoming increasingly difficult. The cracks are starting to show, and it may only be a matter of time before the entire facade crumbles. So, where does this leave us? The Combs family is at a crossroads, and the stakes have never been higher. Will they weather the storm and emerge stronger? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of entertainment's most iconic families? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.